everybody, my name is Gina and I'm a cosmetic chemist that works here in the lab. As you can see, I'm not in the lab today. I'm here in my craft room at home. So usually you come in for a really cool Kids Science Day. And we didn't want you to miss out while you're safe at home. So today we're going to have Kids Virtual Science Day, where you get to make your very own milk rainbow and learn some science along the way. So grab your materials and let's get ready to have some fun. Okay, now it's time for the fun part, our milk rainbow experiment. So here I have some liquid dish soap, a cotton swab. I have one of my dinner plates here, but you can use any shallow dish, just as long as there's enough of a surface to hold onto the milk, because we're going to pour it onto the plate. You just don't want it to fly all over the place. I have 4 different colors here of food coloring. I have red, yellow, green, and blue, but they usually come 4 in a pack, so if you have different colors, go ahead and use those. If you want to add a few more colors to your rainbow, go ahead and do that too. And the starring ingredient of our experiment is the milk. I'm using 2%, but you can also use 1% or whole milk in this experiment. So first, you need to pour some milk onto the bottom of the plate. We don't need too much, just enough to cover it. And I kind of want to let it settle a little bit, so let's all count to 10. All right, I think it's good. It's not moving around. So now we're going to add the food coloring onto the plate. So we're going to make a line towards the bottom, but don't get too close. You want to leave a little bit of room. So I'm going to add a drop of red, yellow, green, and blue. All right, so you can see here the food colorings hanging out and not moving around. So let's see what happens when we take a clean cotton swab and we place it underneath this line of dots. So I'm going to place it right below the dots. Okay, so as you can see, they're not going anywhere. All the dots are still staying put. So let's see what happens when we dip the cotton swab. I'm going to dip the other side into some dish soap. And let's see what happens now. So we're going to place it the same exact spot. And look at that! It's like a rainbow flying across the plate. And as I get closer to the colors and place it and kind of touch it, it's flying around and away from the soap-covered cotton swab. How is this happening? That is so cool. So untreated or a very clean cotton swab, we didn't see anything happen. But when we place this in here, we're seeing like a little swirl, and it almost seems like the rainbow is flying away from the cotton swab and making a really cool design in the milk. So let's take a moment to think about that, and I'll be right back to explain the science behind what's going on. Okay, so you may have guessed that the secret is between the milk and the liquid dish soap. And you are correct if you thought that. So I wanted to show you what's going on. And there's really 2 things that are happening and causing this really cool dancing milk rainbow that you made. And we're going to make another pattern here, and you could do all kinds of really cool patterns and kind of change it up. So in liquid dish soap, there are something called surfactants, and they really love to go after and clean things. So they love oil and fat molecules. In milk, there are fat molecules. So when we touch the milk, isn't that so cool? That's awesome. When we touch the milk with the soap-covered cotton swab, you will see that all the colors are just flying away from it, because what's going on is the surfactants are going after and they're trying to hook on and bind to all the fat molecules in the milk, and they're also reducing surface tension. So surface tension is why the food coloring didn't sink when we added it to the top. It's almost like a film across the top of the milk. And that's due to the water part of the milk that's in there. So if you've ever seen a bug walk across water, that's because water has surface tension. So the change as we reduce the surface tension and the fact that the liquid dish soap surfactant molecules love the fat molecules of the milk are the reason why you see this dancing milk rainbow. So the food coloring really has nothing to do with this experiment. The milk would still move and move away from the cotton swab with the dish soap, even if you didn't have any of the food coloring in here. But it just looks so much cooler when you see it go along for the ride and move along with the milk. So we hope that you had fun during our very first virtual Kids Science Day, and we look forward to seeing the pictures that you took or any videos that you took while you did your experiment. What did you do differently? We would love to see what you did. We'll talk to you later and we'll see you soon.